Okay, this is the model we're going to be working with for our facial rig. And before we begin, let's just take a quick second to come to terms with it. With most facial rigs that you're going to work with, you will see some standard geometry. For example, everybody who models facial models will make sure that there are concentric loops around the eye, like so, and around the mouth. Like so. This one's a little more complicated because it's got these little mustachios. But the principle holds up. It's got these concentric loops around the mouth and these concentric loops around the eye. In a very, very loose way. This is done to let the model simulate the facial muscles. And if you're ever given a facial model to rig that does not have these concentric loops, send it back. It's not going to be riggable. This model is also very low geometry. There is nothing extra or spare about this model. It's pretty low poly. There are going to be some points that will give you issues. The geometry, the edge loops are not smooth through the ear. I'm starting to get these little spirals going on. I've got a really strong line around this jowl, which is going to both help and hurt. And then I'm not even sure what's going on with this loop here on the neck. That just looks pretty nasty. So there are going to be some issues, but by and large, it's got these concentric loops around the eyes, it's got these concentric loops around the mouth. There is a mouth bag on the inside of this model. You can kind of see it in there. So we can open and close the mouth. However, there is no tongue, there are no teeth. We're not going to mess with those things. We're just going to do a basic face. There are some other issues with the model. There's one weird extra little vertex right here that I'm going to delete just to make my life a little easier, because of course every vertex in the model is going to have to be weight painted at some point. So we'll just take care of that right now. With that brief discussion of geometry, I'm sure that everybody is dying to get in there and just take these two vertices and merge them to center and just make the loops a little cleaner. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it as is. There is a UV map for this. Everything is set and you'll be ready to go. So take a moment, get yourself familiar here, and in the next video I will just make the really quick basic skeleton for this model.